Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Enneagram Fox and I am a type 4, just trying to be a happier human. I was not planning on filming today, which is why I'm wearing glasses. I don't love wearing glasses on camera just because of reflections. It's why I'm in like the bedroom, and I'm always in the bedroom, but I don't, it's not very clean right now. This is not my favorite angle. I didn't plan this out, but that's okay. Today is gonna be the very last video in my How Do I Know I'm a Type 4 series. So before we get started, I do wanna remind you guys about my website. It is enneagramfox.com. You can sign up for just $5 a month, and that means you can be a part of my Enneagram collective. I'm taking name suggestions in the comments section. Please let me know. Enneagram collective is not my favorite, but for just $5 a month, you can be in the collective. And it's basically just means that we're gonna get together virtually once a month for about an hour and discuss something with the Enneagram. It's just a good place for us to come together. And if you want to grow as a human through the Enneagram, maybe learn a little bit about yourself, then this is a great group for you. All right, so topic for today is the type 4's relationship with their parents. So this was pretty important for me in understanding that I was a type 4, or I am a type 4, because I had already learned about the childhood message, the childhood wound, which are in previous videos. But when I heard about the relationship with parents, it was kind of like, just like complete assurance. Kind of like the cherry on top of like understanding I'm definitely a type 4. So what happened was, a couple years ago, I went to this like virtual Enneagram conference, and if I can find the name of it, I will make sure I mention it in somewhere below. But at this conference, there were many different speakers, and it was all virtual because it was in like 2021 or 22. So like COVID was still very scary and very prevalent. But one of the speakers there was a therapist, a woman who is a type 4. So what this therapist did was she went through each Enneagram type and talked about their relationship with their parents. And I don't think she mentioned this, but I got the impression that this relationship was really based on when that type was a kid. Like maybe like, I don't know, like 18 years or younger. And I say that because I know a lot of people's relationship with their parents changes as they grow older. Also, something I wanted to bring up was she didn't talk about the parents as gender roles. She talked about them more as the paternal and the maternal figures in someone's life. So it's not really contingent on, male or female. It's more just like the person who takes on the more maternal role, so more of the caregiver role, and then the figure who takes on the paternal role, so maybe more of the provider for the family. And so again, not contingent on gender. Also, she did say some things about people being raised by single parents or people who grew up in the foster system. And so that is completely different. I didn't really take a whole lot of notes on those just because they don't necessarily pertain to me. Also, it has nothing to do with this video. I just wanted to talk about the type 4's relationship with their parents. What I had noticed that she said was that type 4's, 5's, and 8's were the three types that did not view their parents as authority figures. Ooh, let me go back a little bit. So I don't remember a whole lot about all the types' relationship with their parents. I did remember that a lot of type 2's generally felt closer to the maternal figure in their life, and they often felt like they were helping that person. For example, I know someone who is a type 2 who will tell you that while growing up, she had to help her mother a lot because her father was just like working like a lot. And so she kind of took on this responsible role at a very young age. And I don't even think her mother meant to put her in that role, but she kind of felt like, I need to help. This is how, I'm kind of earning my place in this family, is by being a helper. So for type 4s, we actually have a similar relationship with our parents as type 5s and type 8s. And that relationship is that we do not view either parent, so the maternal and the paternal figure, we do not view them as authority in our lives, which makes perfect sense because 4s, 5s, and 8s are generally like fiercely independent types. So immediately when I heard that, I related to it and I was like, oh, this is very interesting. Well, this therapist, she went on to talk about her own relationship with her parents. Like I said, she's a type 4, and she said that when she learned about this relationship, she thought, well, I mean, I care about my parents. I'm not like rebellious against them. I care a lot about them. And so when she didn't give a whole lot of details, but when she kind of dug into the way she viewed her parents, she realized that she thought of them more as friends than authority figures. So for example, just in my own life, I have a pretty positive relationship with my parents. I always have. Both my parents are very nice people. They are people that you would meet and think, oh, they're really nice, they're very friendly. However, growing up, because I did perceive at a young age that there was kind of like a walking away and that I was rejected, then I just started living my life trying to create my own worth. And so I didn't really take as much of my worthiness from my parents. As in, and I feel like that's a big thing, and I feel like a psychologist could tell me a lot more about what I'm about to say, but I'm just talking about my own experiences. Basically, I, from a young age, was not living a life to gain approval from my parents, but mostly like I wanted to do things for myself, and I didn't like try to do things to impress them. I didn't do things to help them and be supportive. I mostly was just doing things because I wanted to express myself, or I wanted to feel important and worthy through doing those things. Now, of course, there's a lot of other things that go along with that, like, our sense of worth, our sense of self-worth comes from, how we were raised, but that's like a whole other thing. We're not going to get into that today. The point is, I felt like my knowledge of me as a type 4 was solidified when I understood and when I saw that I viewed my parents more as just like, these nice people who raised me, and not necessarily as like authority over my life. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. I would really love to hear from you guys. And thank you to everyone who has commented on my videos. It's really encouraging to, I guess, just hear from you and know that you guys like are resonating with the things that I say, to some degree. And if you don't, like, just let me know. I'm not saying like I'm an authority figure on the Enneagram. I'm just trying to share like my experiences with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Please visit my website, and I will see you guys very soon.